Greetings, I am Herbert Erpaderp, and it's time for what I'm sure will be a very brief Ask a Herbert Erpaderp. Some of you will have noticed that there's been less videos from me lately. This is true for a variety of reasons, but I'm still here and I'm still working on things. Next Monday's video might not happen, or it might just be a little bit late because I'm still working on the model itself, but we'll see how that goes. In other news, Loading Ready Run's Desert Bus for Hope gaming marathon is currently in progress. At least at the time of recording. By the time you watch this, it might not be. So far this year, at the time of recording, they've raised some $320,000, which is amazing. If you like watching a bunch of nerds sing, dance, give away prizes and do challenges while playing the world's most boring game in the name of charity, you should go and check them out. I've been watching as much as I can, and I've also been hosting it on my own Twitch channel too, so you can find it there or you can check the links in the description. Okay, so let's get to the questions. There weren't very many, but that's okay. First, Ratto said, is Adolf Hitler still hiding on the dark side of the moon? Probably. I don't know though. It's too dark there for me to see. Maybe we should fund some moon missions to go and investigate. Ducking Tanker said, how many Herbert Erpaderps would it take to change a KV2 turret? Do the Herbert Erpaderps get any tools or heavy lifting equipment? If no, then several hundred I suspect. I'm sure it could be done with a couple if there was a suitable crane of some sort. Good thing KV2 turrets don't need frequent changing, I suppose. General Spade said, are you still unemployed? If you are, where do you want to work? If you want to work, that is. I am. I can't think of somewhere realistic that I actually want to work at. I mean, the unemployment service providers or whatever they call themselves these days are always saying, list some companies you want to work at, and I always draw a blank. While I do want to work, or rather I want the money that comes from working, I don't aspire to be worker drone at X Faceless Corporation. Maybe that's an attitude problem on my part. I would like to work somewhere that has decent people, pays well enough, makes use of my brain, appreciates my work and time, and doesn't take all of my time. And I would prefer minimal interaction with the public. I can't really attach a specific place to work at that fits that. Many do, but I just can't think of one. Ideally, I would be able to support myself by making videos and doing streams. I can't at the moment, but maybe one day. As for unrealistic jobs, I'd like to be part of Loading Ready Run or Funhouse or something like that, or maybe somewhere like Warlord or Battlefront. I apply for jobs and I go to interviews and all of that stuff, but most of the good jobs that I've had came through friends. I'll find something in time, it's just a matter of persistence. It's hard, but you've just got to be persistent. I'm not going to go into that whole old people bitching about millennials not just going and finding a job thing, which is a bit annoying. It's not the 50s anymore, you can't just go and say, hey, give me a job, and they'll give you a job. There's far more people looking for work now, because there's far more people, and that makes it pretty hard to find work. Being told, oh, you're just not trying hard enough, or back in my day I had a job right away and I did everything with my bare hands, is really unhelpful. I guess it bothers me a little bit. Oh well, the key is persistence and not letting it or people grind you down too much. On the previous Ask a Herbert Erpaderp, Top Bunk Productions said, I seem to remember from an old Ask a Herbert Erpaderp that you didn't particularly care for Doctor Who. But what are your opinions on Warlord's Exterminate game? Also, what do you think of their massive Battle for Berlin box that they just announced? I don't remember saying that I don't care for Doctor Who, in fact I quite like Doctor Who. I mean, I'm not obsessive and crazy about it, but I'm not really obsessive or crazy about anything. I think it's a really good show and I should actually catch up on it. Also, I think the idea of a female Doctor is cool. The Exterminate game looks pretty good and I'm kind of tempted to pick it up, if only for the Dalek and Cybermen figures. I've had my eye on their Doctor Who miniatures for a while. The Battle of Berlin set looks to be pretty good too, but I don't think I'll get it because it's pretty expensive at £200, which is probably like $8,000 Australian, and I just don't need most of what's in it. But it does look very good, especially if you have a friend who wants to get into bolt action that you can share the cost with and have an army each. It has the new plastic King Tiger in it, which is awesome, but I'm going to buy that separately, and I will definitely be making a video about that. Okay, so that's about it for now. Back to watching Desert Bus for me, or well, more like time for me to edit, but I guess I can do both. If you have any questions you want me to answer or comments you would like me to address, leave them in all the usual places. Definitely need more questions. And of course, if you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe to me here on YouTube, follow me on social media, and watch me live stream on Twitch. And if you really like the things I do, please consider helping to support the channel over at patreon.com, where we don't have any cookies. But we could probably give you some pictures of cookies, which is just as good. Links to all of those and Desert Bus for Hope are in the description below. I shall return soon, so until then, enjoy whatever it is you're doing, and thanks for watching. Farewell.